What's good, everybody? We are live with this week's edition of the NoDQ review, number 345. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us, whether you are watching along live or on demand. We really appreciate you. I am Gino. I'm still traveling, but back from a few weeks of unavailability. I am joined by this week's all-star panel of Noah, Jeff, our rotating moderator, Colin, and as always, Aaron Rift. Virtue is off tonight, but he should be here in the chat. And we've got some good topics for you. If I do say so myself, the moderator comes up with the topics. But we're going to go around and check in with you guys. How you doing today, Colin?
I'm good, dude. It's been a long week. I got a trampoline put together in 3 hours today, so I'm proud of that. Big old 14-footer. I got metal
That's
shavings.
crazy.
I got metal shavings in my hands, but we're here. We're here.
Oh, snap.
Good to see you back on. Hope your trip was great, and looking forward to what you have for us tonight, buddy. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. And we're going to throw it over now to Noah. How are you doing today, Noah?
Doing well as always. Good evening, NoDQ Galaxy and fam. Good to be back here on the review once again. It's good to see you again, Gino. Hope the traveling's going well. Things are simple as usual. You work in IT, you deal with a network issue, you play a little bit of the Astrobot new levels, you beat all those two, enjoy some Hershey pie, and now I'm back here once again in the review as the simple summer continues. So I'm looking forward towards what's ahead in tonight's conversation and reactions, and of course, the NoDQ Galaxy Super Chat. So I'm ready to get right into it.
Awesome. Good to have you back. And Jeff, how are we doing today?
It is a great day to be alive, Gene. I'll tell you what, we just came off the 70th anniversary of Disneyland last week. We had our karaoke on Saturday to celebrate that with Noah and everybody else in the Simple Rival Studios along for the singing ride. We were done at 11:30 Pacific on a Saturday night. That's always good to be done before midnight, especially with that gang of misfits. So it was a wonderful weekend. Couldn't have asked for better weather for the park's 70th anniversary. I got no complaints, man. I am always glad to be on the NoDQ review. I miss this brand. I miss you guys, and I'm happy to be back here again on Tuesday. Let's do it.
Absolutely. And last but not least, Aaron Rift is here, our fearless leader. How are you doing, Aaron?
Doing well. I was saddened to hear about the death of Ozzy Osbourne, one of the all-time legendary rock performers, all-time great rock star and WWE Hall of Famer. He made several appearances in WWE over the years. He just did his final concert a few weeks ago. That's wild. Almost feels like the Ultimate Warrior, where the Ultimate Warrior came back for one last hurrah, and then it's as if he knew the end was coming.
Yeah.
Now,
absolutely, it is sad.
Gino, we do have a super chat here, which I want to get to. Statboy wants to know if he can join us. We have an open spot. I'll leave it up to you if you want to bring him on. I know he asked if we were going to talk about Ozzy Osbourne. What do you think?
I'm not familiar, but we can bring it on. We've got two big topics today, so we might as well, if we've got a spot, we'll try and share the love.
Yeah, bring Mikey in. What the hell?
I'll send him the link here, and then we'll get to this super chat here. Everybody can give their quick thoughts on this. Okay, so no DQ panel. Should WWE bring back World War III, and not any kind of a real war or anything? We're talking about the pay-per-view event with the 3-ring battle royal. I know people are saying no, so let me go first here, and then you guys can tell me I'm crazy. But the problem with World War III was that it was hard production-wise with 3 rings. WCW sucked, though, when it came to production compared to WWE. So if anybody could make it work, it's WWE with their production values, doing the 3 rings. I think there's a chance it would definitely be better. To what degree of better, I don't know. But I say do it one time with WWE production values and see what happens. And if it bombs, nobody likes it, you never have to do it again. So that's my take on it. I would be fine with one more World War III as like a one-off, see how it goes, and decide from there if you want to keep it going. So, Gino, what are your thoughts on that? Tell me I'm crazy.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I don't even remember World War III, the gimmick anyway. So I think that calling it that's probably going to have to change soon because with everything going on in the world, you never know. If you don't want to incite that type of imagery, so they're probably not going to do it just for the name alone. Colin?
I'd rather not see it. We already have War Games, which is 2 rings, and sometimes that's hard enough to keep up with. Aaron has a valid point. WWE's production is good, but I just don't want to see it. I'm good on it. I don't need 3 rings. Again, it's hard enough to see with 2 sometimes. So
Good point. Plus all the injuries that'll happen or that have happened at last War Games. So for sure. Are we going to get him in here, Aaron, or should we get started? What do you think?
I sent him the link, so he'll come in when he comes in. Jeff, did you have anything you wanted to add to that?
I was just going to echo really what Colin said. The logistics of War Games has proven challenging enough, and they're going to be at San Diego this year. So having a War Games match in Petco Park with all the rigging they're going to have to do to set up War Games would be challenging enough. Having 3 rings in a standard arena or even a stadium setting, it's possible, and I do agree with you that it'd be better with WWE's production values, but I don't know if I want to see a 3-ring 60-man battle royal in today's environment. Like it was a neat idea in 1995. In 2025, it almost seems like why? It'll be a cluster, honestly.
Absolutely. Noah, any thoughts on that? Now that we got Stat Boy Mike in here, welcome in.
Hey, Stat Boy, good to see you. Always appreciate the stats. He gives me the stats sometimes for the watch lines in case y'all don't know. So again, please follow him. And Dory Lou. I just wonder how you would make basically one less piece of a tetramino work from a camera angle, whether it's Wile E. Coyote or panoramic drone cameras. Again, it's hard enough with 2 rings, especially with the steel cage structure enclosed in them. We get that with War Games. So I just don't know how you would be able to keep up with everything, let alone all the eliminations. You would almost need 3 different feeds to constantly keep up the speed with everything going on. So I would say no. It would be a ridiculous presentation nightmare.
Absolutely. So yes, welcome in, Stat Boy Mike. We've talked about this super chat long enough, but how are you doing? And we're going to go ahead and get started.
First, thank you, Noah, for letting me come into this. Wow, I saw the news today, oh boy, and man, oh man, I wish I was in my car blasting Iron Man right now. I swear to you, I mean this one's hitting hard for me. When I think of hard rock music, I think of Ozzy, and man, oh man, I mean. I've already doing it on my computer is not enough. I need to be in my car and just going down the highway and just blasting it. But I'm good, thank you. Let me quickly give my thoughts in here on World War III. I mean, I agree with what Noah said and what Jeff said. I mean, I can see both points on that as well. But if you bring it back as a one-off, that's okay. But I can definitely see the production disaster it could be, because if you've got 3 rings of 20 and the commentators won't be able to keep up. I mean, they have enough trouble with battle royals in general. So I mean, I would say bring it back as a one-off, but don't make it a thing. Don't even try it.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so with that down, thank you so much for the super chat. We've got a big show for you tonight. We'll try to keep it as heavy metal as possible in honor of Ozzy. So we're going to be talking about being the best in the world, WWE's booking, leading into SummerSlam. We got a lot of good stuff for you. But let's get into this first. Last night, both Gunther and CM Punk stated that they are, however you want to put it, that catchphrase, the best in the world. And that got me thinking, well, undoubtedly CM Punk was the best in the world before he left WWE 10 years ago. Just because it's his catchphrase doesn't automatically, grandfather him in and that make it still true about him. I do believe that Gunther has a strong case to be the actual best in the world. And I'm sure there are others both in and outside of WWE. So that's why I feel like it's going to be a good topic today to hear the panelists' thoughts on who actually is the best in the world. Now, people's definitions may vary, right? But I do believe that ultimately it comes down to three things: your work rate, your promo skills, and your ability to either be over as a face or be hated as a heel. So again, I want to get the panel's thoughts. I'm going to throw it right over to Jeff. Jeff, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, there's a lot of factors for me that you would have to include in that. But if in terms of in-ring work, who is the best wrestler, who's the best in the world, it's very hard to argue with Gunther right now. He's been a solid singles champion between his over 660-day Intercontinental Championship reign and his 2 reigns as World Heavyweight Champion so far. I'm hard pressed to argue with it as far, and in terms of best in the world, you also have to consider that which brand has the most exposure as far as television presence, online presence, social media awareness. It's WWE without question. So in that category, the best wrestler in WWE would automatically, for my money, be the best wrestler in the world, which would be Gunther at this point. And John Cena is WWE champion on the other side, but we can all agree that John Cena is not in his prime. This is his retirement year. It's his farewell tour. He's not going to be the best in the world. He's the greatest of all time, if you believe the marketing strategy. But best in the world right now, you have Gunther. You've got Hangman Page as their world champion in AEW. I don't think anybody's going to argue that Hangman Page is the best wrestler in the world. Trick Williams right now, no. Zack Sabre Jr. has a case as the IWGP World Champion. I just don't know if enough mainstream wrestling fans are going to consider him in that category because of New Japan's non-universal appeal. For me, it's Gunther.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing, Jeff. Now I'm going to throw it over to Noah. Noah, what are your thoughts?
Arigato, my brother. He literally took Zack Sabre Jr. from my mouth when it comes to certain metrics. And again, the best in the world is subjective. You're looking at a global standpoint, reach out recognition, multi-person dynamic in and out of the ring, on the mic, physical and verbal in the business. I do give it to Gunther at this point, considering he's a guy that has never changed his style, but still gets that reaction and is the most fine-tuned worker in WWE. Can work with anybody to make them seem like $1 million. Look at the Oberg match at Saturday Night's main event, how much you got out of that. I'll give credit where credit's due. So just keeping it from WWE standpoint, it is a Gunther, but for me, I still go like Kazuchika Okada as one of the all-time great workers of the business that's been the best a decade plus. But again, you got to look at who holds the gold, who has that presence, who holds face in companies. And Jeff, you pretty much named all the metrics off right there. I mean, if Will Ospreay would have won the AEW Championship, I would still say it's him. He's been one of my favorite wrestlers to watch all year. But again, looking at everything, if you were going down the checklist of what you consider to be the best wrestler in the world versus just in-ring worker, best talker, hello MJF, best marketing seller, best pop giver, hello Roman Reigns. I got to give it to Gunther right now for me. As far as the men's standpoint goes, women, it's still Thomas Toy Storm, hands down.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Noah. The first one to throw in a women's choice. We appreciate the equality there, Noah, very much. Thank you. I didn't ask for specifics, so I probably should have made it both male and female, but I appreciate you including that, Noah. We're going to throw it over now to Statboy Mike. Statboy Mike, what are your thoughts on this?
It has been said many times, who is the best, who is the greatest. It happens in wrestling, it happens in sports. If you go back and watch tons of episodes of Statboy Sports Bar, that topic comes up every football season. Tom Brady's the GOAT. No, he's not.
Oof.
He may. Now, the stats are embedded in the books. He has 7 rings. Flair has 16 titles. Cena has 17 titles. That is just one piece of the entire puzzle. There are so many topics to say, how do you claim the best? People think that championships is the number one stat. So then, you have to go with Cena being the best. But like you also said in your question, work ethic, work skills on the mic, Punk on the mic is gold. Hello, pipe bomb. Do we need to bring that up? I don't think so. Can he work? Yes. Can Gunther work? Yes. To steal an old Triple H line, Gunther could have a match with a broomstick and make the broomstick look good. Best in the world has been a CM Punk thing for over 10, 15 years. The internet blew up when Shane tried to steal it. Oh, I'm the best in the world. Really? Prove it. Sure, you can fall off a Titantron and not die. You can fall off the steel cage and not die, but that doesn't make you the best. Between the two, I love CM Punk to death. You know, I love Cult of Personality. I love that he has no filter. But unfortunately, when it comes to the titles, which I'm kind of going with, and I know I can hypocrite myself on this one, Gunther is the best. 80% of his career, he's had a belt on his shoulder or around his waist. In those eyes, he's the best. But is he the greatest? Up for debate.
Well, we're not talking about the greatest. We're talking about the best in the world right now. The greatest of all time is a whole other conversation.
Absolutely, yes.
I would agree, yes.
Yeah, there's a reason why there are two different words in the dictionary.
Yes.
That's what makes this fun, though, right? That's why I wanted to pick this topic. They were having that debate to start Raw, and we're going to have that sort of debate here. So I appreciate all your guys' thoughts. Thank you so much, Stat Boy, everybody. Now we're going to throw it over to our other moderator, our co-moderator, our rotating moderator, the Cleaver. What do you think? Take it away.
From one how about another, wearing ring comp shirt. Just saying.
Out.
Ties in. But, so, best in the world. Sorry, Chris Jericho. No one's brought up Chris Jericho. You're talking about best in the world. No one has. And he's been doing that, and his accolades are way more than anybody else's. So, but best in the world in WWE right now is not Punk. It is not Gunther. It is still the Tribal Chief, the OTC1, Roman Reigns. He is hands down the best in the world in the entire company. But if I had to pick from these two gentlemen, I'm going to have to go CM Punk. I know I'm rocking an old school Walter Gunther shirt. I've been a fan of him for a long time through WXW and Progress, and then his awesome reign in NXT UK. No one talks about that anymore. But I have to go with Punk. I mean, I know Gunther's the future, but everything that Gunther has done, Punk has done it just a little bit more. I mean, the title reigns, like the length of it, maybe not as much, but again, he's got tag team championships under his belt. He's got multiple world championships under his belt. You know, like it's different. Like the ties are there, but I have to go with Punk out of the two that are, you know, at subject right now. I'm going to be the odd thumb out, but it is what it is. I see Punk as one of the greatest things to happen to pro wrestling, and it's still keeping it relevant. And everything that he has done since he's returned to WWE has been great. Even through the injuries, he's still made everything work. He's making all this work. He goes in storylines. Some people get hurt. He's got to sidestep and go somewhere else, and he's still making it work. I mean, I'm not talking anything down on Gunther, but I have to give the slight advantage to CM Punk.
All right. Thank you so much, Colin, for sharing your thoughts. And we'll throw it over to Aaron Riffs. Obviously, the live chat's been lighting up over this topic, and I'm loving that. So what are your thoughts? Take it away.
We should play a game and have everybody guess what my pick is going to be. Gino, what do you think?
Oh, you put me on the spot. I'm probably going to have to say, I'm going to say what mine would be Cena. So maybe
Colin, what do you think? I just name a person.
Jeff Jarrett.
How did you know, man? By the way, how dare WWE and Grayson Waller steal Big G? Like, I need to send a notice to WWE on behalf of NoDQ Productions. Because that was some BS, man. First, Dominic Dijakovic takes T-Bar from me, and then Big G is taken from Big Baller G. Jeff?
1998 called, Aaron. Good luck with that. Just
Well,
saying.
who owns WWF.WCW.com
Oh
right
my
now?
That would
God.
be you, sir. That would be you.
That's
Would be
right.
You. You got it back. I gave you props for it then. I'll give you props for it now. You got one over on him. Good for you,
So-
man.
Oh, that was
You
brilliant.
did.
Big
100%.
Big G is now OBG.
Oh, that's right. The OBG.
The OBG.
Sounds like a doctor. Anyway, I'm going to leave that one be. Wow.
All right. Wow.
I think for you right now, I think you're going to go with Cena, but that's just my take.
All right, Noah, what do you think?
I'm going to say John Cena.
Stat Boy.
I agree with my brother, Cena.
Well, you're all wrong, and I
Yeah,
wasn't
right.
torn virtue because all along, I think all you have to do is watch Monday Night Raw, watch the end of the show when Roman Reigns comes out there, and you know the guy. I have to say it's still Roman Reigns. He's still the man. He is at a level above everybody else. You know, you got the whole arena doing the one salute. Has to be Roman Reigns. Bottom line. Now, of course, he's part-time, but when he comes out there, he gets the biggest reactions. And full-time guys would either be CM Punk, and nobody's mentioned him, Cody Rhodes. But Cody Rhodes, I feel like, is maybe starting to feel a little bit stale, and I'm wondering if we're going to get some kind of a swerve at SummerSlam, maybe a double turn or something. But it feels like Cody's fallen off a little bit. I don't know. We'll see what happens at SummerSlam.
Desperate men do desperate things.
I would love if they did the Austin Brett treatment on Cody and Cena, man. That would pop so big if they did that.
That'd be fun.
I hope The Rock is there, and now Cody Rhodes has finally decided to sell his soul, and The Rock can reveal that he used John Cena to get to Cody, get Cody to turn to the dark side. That's what I would like to see at SummerSlam right now.
Did John Cena's count start at 28 days? And did The Rock once said he's 28 steps ahead of everybody else? You might really be with some foreshadowing there, Aaron.
It was 20 steps, and I do believe that still alluded to Cena 20 years since he had won his first title. So, but either way, we've said it before here. Can't rely on The Rock, right? So we can hope and wish and pray in one hand, and then we can spit in the other and see which one The Rock appears in first. That would be great, though. That would be worthy of 2 nights. I mean, SummerSlam.
It would make Cena look dumb for falling for it, but like, what else do you do with this storyline now? Like, where does this go at SummerSlam afterwards? Is John Cena going to beat Cody again?
Yeah.
Cody win the title?
No.
It's a street fight, so technically.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very torn as to what's going to happen, but for right now, part-timers Roman Reigns, full-timers CM Punk, maybe Cody Rhodes, and for the women, I would go with Rhea Ripley, and I'll throw Toni Storm in from AEW for women as well, and there you have it, Gino.
All right, sounds good. So that's a good segue into our next topic. All right, so we had already discussed the best in the world. We've kind of touched on how this all relates to SummerSlam. But before we go ahead and do that, I want to ask the NoDQ Galaxy share, whether you're watching live or on demand, share your thoughts. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the next topic, which is this. So SummerSlam's right around the corner. It feels like every other week we're getting a Saturday premium, wrestling event from WWE. I don't want to call it a PLE because I guess we're not considering Saturday night's main events as such, even though I kind of still feel like they have that feel. Roman Reigns is finally back. Doesn't have an official match yet. We've got finally we have a rematch from Cody and Cena. We've got Jacob and Solo, the aforementioned Punk and Gunther, just to name a few of the matches that we've got. It's the first ever 2-night SummerSlam. So obviously going into it, you got to pull out all the stops. You want to try and make this ticket sales. I know that the ticket sales weren't really moving a few weeks back. I haven't checked it recently, but if you're WWE, you really want to make sure that these 2 nights are packed with fans and that people are watching and you have eyes on the product. So you've got these WrestleMania caliber matches. However, something just feels off. The street fight for Cena versus Cody, is that even necessary? Do we even need that stipulation? Roman Reigns potentially in a tag match might not even close the show. We'll have to see what's going on with that. Becky versus Lyra for the 100th time. And the appearance of 2 celebrities versus 2 wrestlers tag team match, even though Logan's supposed to be more of a full-time wrestler. So it's and another women's triple threat match where the champion is the odd person out. Am I crazy? Is this good enough for 2 nights to sell out SummerSlam? Guys, help me out here. I'm going to throw it right over to Colin. Colin, what's going on with this booking? What's going on?
Well, this booking is all whack because we have now another dumbass 2-night show that we all needed, another 2-night show.
Right.
I hate the 2-night concept. I absolutely hate it. WrestleMania, it's one thing. It's WrestleMania, but SummerSlam, then you're going to go to the Royal Rumble, and then what? You know what I mean? What's next after that? So they're trying to book this stuff up, right? Because they got to fill 2 nights of seats in this huge stadium. I mean, the matches look good. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm excited to see Solo and Fatu, the cage match. It's been a long time since we've seen a cage match at a pay-per-view. The street fight thing, still a little wonky on that. I wasn't expecting Cody to sign Cena's name the way he did, wearing those glasses like The Rock was and stuff. The women's Intercontinental Championship match. That's a dud. I'm sorry. We've seen it too many times, too close together. It's just not there. I mean, are they gonna, since it's a 2-night deal, are they gonna throw the tag titles on this pay-per-view? Because you got the LWO as number 1 contenders. Who wants to see that? Yeah, sorry, that faction doesn't mean a damn thing anymore. It's them using Eddie's music, which just annoys me as well. Dom Mysterio, good for him. Him and AJ are going to have a solid match. But again, it's the 2-night concept. So they're trying all these big, different things. And then I don't want to say competing with AEW All In Texas, but they're coming off of that. So they need to, pick it up a little bit more too, which they do every single time. The Jelly Roll thing, it doesn't really bug me. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. But again, we've seen Wee Man and Preston Lacey and Johnny Knoxville and the broads from Jersey Shore, and we've seen it all. You know what I mean? So it does not surprise me that this guy's coming to do that. But no, something just feels off. Are they trying too hard? Because again, it's another 2-night event, and they have to do what? What would you say? 6-7 matches a night to make it worth it? Because I know if I was paying those ridiculous prices, I would need at least 6-7 matches to make it worth it. If you give me a 5 pay-per-view deal, I'm going to be pretty mad. Yep. So you're looking at least 13 to 14 matches that you need to cover.
Yep.
So I feel like some of the stuff is going to be thrown together. Like this whole Charlotte and Alexa Bliss thing, I'm not really sure where this is going, but it kind of seems a little rushed. I'm hoping for a banger. Don't get me wrong, but again, I'm just salty. It's 2 nights.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Colin. I really appreciate that. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to throw it over now to Stat Boy Mike.
Oh, let's see here. Well, I totally can agree with what Cleaver was saying. By my count, only 9 matches have been announced. So with SmackDown coming up and with the go-home shows coming up next week, they are definitely going to be who wants to be in a match at SummerSlam. I can agree with the 6 or 7 on each. So if you throw in LWO for the tag team belts, yes. If you throw in Jey and Roman against Braun and Bronson, that puts you up to 11. Break glass, throw in a battle royal just for the hell of it. I don't know why. 1 for the men, 1 for the ladies. Put a insert title here, getting ready and start booking for Survivor Series in San Diego. Or whatever PLEs you have in September, October. Put up something just to even it out. this moment coming up, I mean, the matches are looking great. I mean, I get it. I mean, the big names are out. I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on the women's match, Jade versus Tiffany, because this is the make or break now. They have been working with Jade so much. They gave her the Queen of the Ring. Now, pull the trigger, give her the belt. SummerSlam's the best. I mean, SummerSlam is, it's the WrestleMania of the summertime. So you've definitely got the potential. Just even it out. And, you got to have that celebrity moment. So, I mean, break glass, insert jelly roll. What's the matter? Snoop's not available anymore. We can't bring back Snoop as well. Let him be the special guest referee. I don't know.
Well, thank you very much, Stat Boy, for sure. Interestingly enough, I am looking forward to seeing what their game plan is with the celebrity, with Jelly Roll and all that stuff. And we can take this to the bank. It will not be worse than Travis Scott. So at least we are one notch above the bottom of the barrel there with that. And so we'll see if he's able to bring in, the people that might otherwise not watch. You got a bunch of wrestlers on the card when it's a 2-night show. I said it in the chat, but Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, Money in the Bank, and even Survivor Series to a certain degree could be more eligible for a 2-night event than SummerSlam. But SummerSlam's their, second baby, right? It's their second biggest show of the year. So why not stretch it thin 2 nights in a row with a host that really nobody else wants to see? So, Colin, yes.
And one thing, real too, that it feels off is because this whole Seth Rollins deal. Is it a legit injury or not? Because I feel we were supposed to have Roman versus Seth, which is another huge match, and now we're going to get Braun and Bronson versus Jey and Roman in a tag match. I mean, Roman's on the card. That's great. They looked good together last night on Raw. It was fun. The double spear, it was sweet. But Roman not in a marquee match, just it does not feel right. It's you know what I mean. He's Roman Reigns. He's the greatest of all time. He is he should be. It's not a championship match, but still he should be up there. Like I feel no disrespect towards Jey. I feel this tag match is a little beneath it. This is all because of the Rollins injury.
I completely agree. It's definitely beneath him. Aaron, go ahead. You're muted.
Botch.
You're muted.
Chat, tell Aaron he's muted.
Okay, sorry about that. To add to what Colin said with SummerSlam and Seth Rollins, to me, that's the main issue with this show. Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns was an obvious main event match for SummerSlam. So one of two things, either WWE had an unfortunate occurrence with Rollins getting hurt and they had to come up with something else last minute, which is what it certainly looks like on television, or this is some sort of a very elaborate work to try to throw everybody off, and Rollins is going to cash in Money in the Bank at SummerSlam as a big surprise. The problem, though, is that if he cashes in at SummerSlam and this was all a work, we all figure it's coming now. Like, we're all wondering if he's going to show up and it's all a work. So to me, this is not good. Like, if it's a work, it hurts the show. And if it's not a work, it's also hurting the show. I feel like WWE is in a no-win situation here. Like, it should have just been Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. And if they're working everybody, I think it was dumb to not do that match. And if Rollins is really hurt, I give them a little bit of a benefit of a doubt because they had to come up with something last minute. But it's still unfortunate because, that was one of the key matches for SummerSlam that people were anticipating. So I just wanted to add on to what was said about Rollins.
I agree. And Stat Boy, real quick, right before I go to you, I agree, guys, because you got Roman Reigns. He's only come back since Seth got hurt, then we got Roman coming back. I don't want to believe that it's correlated, like they had always planned to bring Roman back, but like he still doesn't have an official match on on the card. Like, how are you, like, you're trying to sell tickets to 2 nights and you're not even going to promote and book a Roman Reigns match until what, a week prior? Like, what are we doing? Like, this is why Stone Cold walked out of the company, because there's no promotion for what should be a more massive event. Yes, Stat Boy.
It's going to be one hell of a work, Aaron, because I know for a fact Becky Lynch posted something on her social media with Seth in crutches and a boot while his daughter was running alongside him, and he was keeping up, if not beating her, as she was running beside him. So either Seth Rollins is extremely skilled with a torn ACL, or he is not trying to pull off one of the greatest works in history. And either way, like you say, it's a win-win.
All right, thank you so much, Stat Boy. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, I mean, it makes me feel like it's not a work, because it just, like, you shouldn't sacrifice the biggest match you could do at this time unless you want to wait for it to be for the title at some C-level pay-per-view, whatever's coming up after SummerSlam. Like, no, put your big matches on your big shows. Stop, you know what I mean? But they have their plan, and we'll see. We'll enjoy the ride they're taking us on until we get off and we understand it's not enjoyable. So thank you so much, guys. I believe we still have Jeff. Is just Jeff left to go? Okay, Jeff, let's throw it over to you. What's going on with this booking? It feels like for the last couple of weeks, maybe even months, the booking in WWE has been questionable, to say the least. What's going on?
Aaron, may I have permission to use the one F word for the show?
Sure.
Okay. If it's a work and Rollins is not hurt and he comes back and cashes in, this is dumb fuckery on levels I can't even imagine. Like, I really, it is so bad that they would not have Rollins involved in this. Like you said, they're trying to sell tickets for the first ever 2-night SummerSlam, and you purposely take off one of the marquee matches. For what purpose? To have him cash in and further his issue with Punk or get into a thing with Gunther? No. It's the biggest show of the year outside of WrestleMania. You have Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns as one of your main events. Period. That's how you book SummerSlam 2025. If he is hurt, then yeah, a little bit of a pass. Fine. But even without Roman's match currently on the card, there's 9 matches. It almost feels like they have to do 2 nights just so they don't have another WrestleMania 35 moment where people are still stranded in Jersey as of now. 10 years later because of or whatever it was, 5 years later. It's so confusing to me that the way they're booking the whole thing. Every match right now, except the celebrity match, the tag match, is a title match, which for a SummerSlam is what you want. You want marquee championship matches. But the way they're being set up feels very forced, very rushed. The Charlotte-Alexa pairing still seems like, okay, when are they going to implode? And how are they going to pay off that implosion? How do they have the mega powers explode and give us a big moment? Like, that's, for me, that's where they're going to. Everything else feels like, okay, the booking makes sense. But to your point, the champion feels out of place in a triple threat women's match. It's Rhea and Io's issue. So it's just Naomi. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm the champion. Hi, thanks. I'm invested in the WWE Women's Championship match on SmackDown simply because it's Jade Cargill. She might finally have her moment, right? That's where I'm at on that. I'm unbiased with Cena and Cody. I'm looking forward to it, whatever happens. But we Roman Reigns not being factored in until Seth gets injured. Like, he wasn't even mentioned as being part of anything until Rollins was already down and out. That is what confuses me more than anything else. It's like Roman Reigns has been off since the night after WrestleMania, and we don't get even a mention of anything related to him until not last night, but last week when Heyman was cutting the promo and talking about Braun's the new big dog. Braun's the next big thing. And it's like he's mentioning all of his past clients. We finally got there's a tease. But it took till last week. That's absurd. Roman Reigns is the biggest star in the company, and we're not even mentioning him until last week, which at that point was, 3 weeks out from SummerSlam. That's bull. Absolute bull. That's where the booking fails the most, is not having your biggest star even remotely teased at until 2 weeks, 3 weeks out. That's stupid.
Jeff, you bring up a good point there, because it almost feels like we know kayfabe, he's taking time off and whatever, and he comes back and he says things like, I'm raising the next bloodline, at home, whatever, that's his excuse for,
which is fine,
losing a match and then being gone for 6 months. And if you're only watching, you're just like, how badly is he getting beaten that he can't come back for 6 months? Meanwhile, we've got Seth Rollins and his Seth Riders have been carrying the WWE storyline into now, and now we abandon that and bring back Reigns, who hasn't been there. It's like bait and switchy. It does feel a little scrambly, and if it's all a work and they're making us feel like they're scrambling, cool, good on you. Maybe don't do this leading into the biggest event party of the summer and your second biggest event tonight. It feels like this could have happened, I don't know, later down the line or what have you. Maybe they really just want Seth to have the title and Roman to come looking for blood and title finally. He hasn't, why is he not going for title? There he comes back and Michael Cole's like, there are no shortage of people Roman Reigns has issues with. It's he should finish those people and get for his goal. Come on.
I'm telling you right now, Gino, if whoever's moderating that show, if the Rollins thing is a work, I demand a seat on that Tuesday's review. Because, oh my God, will we all have rants for days on that? Jesus, that's going to be such a bad thing. Oh my God.
Oh,
which will in turn
explode.
What was that?
Geekbox, where all the streamers will explode, and we'll definitely get a notch on that video.
Yeah, I want it. I never want anybody to be hurt. That's just morbid and gross. But I want so bad for him to be actually hurt. That way, the backlash doesn't come back and hit the company, because it will be so bad for them if that's the case. Like I said, him being out on a work and not having him face Roman Reigns in the main event of night 1 of SummerSlam is a completely, utterly confusing booking decision.
And that's the thing, right? At the end of the day, if we don't get, if it is a work and whatever, everybody's going to rage, which will be good for. Okay, you're a little premature on the rage, Jeff, right now.
Sorry.
Jeez, hitting an elbow drop from the top rope. But the thing is, the people who will be most affected by it are the ones who are going to SummerSlam or maybe even bought their tickets thinking that they were going to get this type of match.
Right.
And we might get it later down the line. So we as the viewers, we just got to wait a little bit longer. We don't have to drive, wait in traffic, do all this stuff. But it just feels like, you got your big event, you have your biggest matches, or for the love of God, stop putting Roman Reigns in tag team matches, to close out your biggest shows. Let's get it. He really should be in his own one-on-one matches. It's what it should be. I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe they're doing this to try and protect him a little bit. Maybe he's lost a step. I don't know. I'm not accusing him of that, but we'll see. We'll have to see what happens.
The other thing that bugs me, Gino, is that Jey came out to save him this time. It's like he can't handle his own now. What are we doing?
Remember, he hasn't even apologized to Jey.
No,
they all want to think we forgot. I'm hoping this leads to him at least being like, look, I was sorry for all those years ago. I never apologized. I was smelling my own stank, whatever. But I don't think that's going to happen. So it's,
yeah.
And I still hate Roman's new music. It frustrates me to no end. Why do we have a big thing and then wait, and then the music drops? It happens with freaking all these new music. That's another rant for another day. We're going to keep it on topic. Last but not least, keeping it as simple as he possibly can while still getting his points across is Noah Foster. How are we doing, Noah? What do we think about all this before we kick it to Aaron?
I guess what happens when you literally book a show a month and you rely mostly on WrestleMania matches and the lack of fans' intelligence to remember continuity. I mean, you hit the nail on the head with the Roman Reigns and Jey Uso thing. Whether or not Seth freaking Rollins is legitimately out of SummerSlam, and that may have changed plans, I still find it kind of crazy that Roman Reigns is not involved in a main event level capacity singles match or championship affair. As far as everything else, let's see. WrestleMania rematch as stipulation. Hat trick women's mid-card championship. Jacob Fatu Sikoa 2 with the Hikuleo interference probably coming into play. The most original thing on this card, ironically enough, is Gunther, CM Punk, and Jade Cargill, Timothy Strand, because of that suspension of disbelief with both of those matches. Naomi's always been the third wheel, by the way. That's nothing new. She just has the title now to prove it. So we'll see what happens with that. As far as the celebrity thing, remember, guys, it's WWE. They literally will book for Joe Schmo from Kokomo that doesn't know WWE means World Wrestling Entertainment and might mean that it believes World Wildlife Environment efforts or some nonsense like that. And I'm sure they're going to book some mid-women's tag match with Stephanie Valkyria and Nikki Bella because, let's be honest, if Liv wasn't injured, Nikki Bella probably would have been already booked on this card with her sister to take on Judgment Day for the Women's Tag Team Championships. And you're right. Looking at the official card, they've booked like 7 or 8 matches, 10 tentatively. It probably will be 6 night 1, 7 night 2, or some sort of way like that. So yeah, this SummerSlam, it truly just feels lazy. The only other thing you could fill this up with is a Cardi B-like performance that will have everybody going to the bathroom because no one wants to hear that witch. So it's just one of those things that, yeah, this show is literally just a money grab for WWE. I don't think there's a lot of intrigue to figure out what happens afterwards. And unless they do something major with the Roman and Seth angle, you might as well be looking at a SummerSlam and an encore event Sunday. I am not feeling at all super hyped for this SummerSlam. But it is what it is in WWE land, where it's all about this at the end of the day versus continuity and strong, constant creativity. It is what it is, but there's something for everybody, even if it's one match out of 13.
And I love that you mentioned that, WWE is in it for this. I mean, first of all, never underestimate a corporation's greed and trying to hit their bottom dollar. And, that's what businesses are here to do. They're here to make money, right? I don't fault them for that. But taking Seth versus Roman off the table doesn't seem like what's best for business. So
if he's not hurt,
I don't know. Yeah. And having,
but still.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, but it was like, if you're booking it, whether it's rumored or whether it's not, like, how do the people booking WWE not see that a Roman versus Seth, if Seth is healthy, that would be the best option for those two guys going into this premium live event. So we don't want to take all of the opinions. We want to see what Aaron has to say. Aaron, what's going on with this booking? You've been patient and you've been no doubtably eating your popcorn, watching the live chat. So I'll take it away.
I mean, that just goes to show you that this hasn't been the best SummerSlam buildup when people in the chat room just want to argue with each other about politics, religion, so on and so forth.
Peanut butter and jelly, creamy versus crunchy peanut butter. Steve-O, creamy peanut butter for life. Appreciate you, man.
Chunky and grape jelly, but go ahead.
All right. Psycho Jet Black has arrived. Shout out to Psycho Jet Black.
Oh, no.
Yes, Psycho Jet Black is here. Psycho Jet Black sent in $5. Seriously, what happened to The Rock coming to have a match with Roman Reigns and put him over? It didn't happen at WrestleMania 41. It might not happen at WrestleMania 42. Well,
might not happen ever.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's not going to happen at this point, but
yeah,
I'm keeping hope alive, but it seems like it's a long shot at this point.
If The Rock ever truly cared about his position and helping the company, this would be the time for him to save an event. If Seth is truly injured, like he saved WrestleMania when CM Punk got injured, another thing that had to do with a match with Seth Rollins, he should be coming back. I mean, he doesn't just walk around in wrestling shape, but theoretically, if I'm him, build me in a match with Roman Reigns. We need to get more eyes on. We need to sell more tickets, whatever. It's not a SummerSlam match. It's a WrestleMania main event with or without a title. But if he ever truly cared, like, he needs to make his presence known and do something for that to get us to at least think. But either way, tired of talking about The Rock until he shows his face or I hear his music. You won't even be seeing his face in this new movie because he's got so much prosthetics on it. So until he shows his face on WWE television, I will not hold my breath for that. All right. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that show is not even close to being sold out for either night. But in WWE's defense, that's 80,000 tickets for SummerSlam. That's a lot. That's a lot of money WWE's making. The question is, how much longer will they be able to keep this going until fans just stop buying tickets to WWE. Like,
Right.
who knows? They might be able to continue doing this indefinitely. We might get 3 nights of WrestleMania. We might get 2-night Royal Rumbles, 2-night SummerSlams, 2-night Survivor Series, and more Saturday nights main events. And as long as people keep buying tickets, even if it's not 80,000 people in the stadium, they're charging a ridiculous amount of money for SummerSlam tickets, and they have 80,000 sold. So that's a big success for WWE financially. Now, of course, it's not an ideal buildup, but who are we to say that they don't know what they're doing when they're selling tickets and making big money? I will say, artistically, I think it can be better, but we'll see how the final buildup goes for the week. Maybe they can come up with some good ideas. And I don't know what's happening with Seth Rollins. It's very confusing. And I think whatever they end up doing will be good. I think SummerSlam will deliver when it's all said and done. But yeah, I agree with Colin. I don't think SummerSlam needs to be 2 nights. If you're going to add any second night to a premium live event, it would be Royal Rumble. But part of the thing with WrestleMania is it's WrestleMania. That I'm totally fine with being 2 nights. I've said this before about the Rumble. I feel like the Rumble could benefit from having the men's match on one night and the women's match on the other night. And maybe Money in the Bank, for the same reason, have the ladder matches on separate nights. But beyond that, I think all the other shows should be 1 night. Now let's get to some of the other super chats here. Shanti sent in a $2 super chat, says, I miss Bad Bunny in the ring. He's all right. I mean, okay, let me say this about Bad Bunny, Jelly Roll, and all these other guys. I don't care if they're around. It doesn't bother me as long as they are passionate about wrestling and they try to learn the craft. If Jelly Roll's not on the show, I don't care. But I get why they do it. It doesn't really bother me. I don't think it's a waste. I think it'll be entertaining. At the end of the day, I just want to be entertained. So if Jelly Roll can go out there and do some cool stuff and move around well for a guy his size, then I'll be entertained, and that's all I want. I could take or leave Jelly Roll, but I don't have a problem with him being there, especially if he's putting the time in and he's going out there and working his ass off.
The keyword, Aaron, entertainment. Yeah. There's a form of entertainment for everybody. Jelly Roll appeals to people, even if they don't know what WWE is.
Mr.
And that's
Tito,
the thing. Oh yeah, it's going off in the chat. But that's the thing. Everything I've seen Jelly Roll do, I mean, I'm not the foremost expert on in-ring technicians or anything like that, but when he's choke slamming Logan through the table on whatever late night talk show they were on doing, like, he seems to be like not just going wild about it. He seems to have a form. He seems to be making sure that they're landing on their back. And if he truly is putting in the time like that, like, I look forward to seeing what he can do. And you said it best, Aaron. They're still probably going to put on a great show, regardless of the build. They've done that time and time again. So it's like, at least they're giving us something to be hot about going into the show rather than just the show itself. But we're able to talk about it, be disgruntled, be happy, have these differing opinions. And that's what being a wrestling fan is all about. So let's go. Do we got another one? Another super chat?
Yeah, we got one more here from Matt. Matt sent in $5. Thank you for that, Matt. Matt says, real question is, will we get El Grande Kaiser? Wait, Kaiser? What are you talking about? Versus El Grande.
Because he's in the Grande outfit. He's playing El Grande now.
Yeah, Chad Gable's injured.
Yeah.
Aaron, have you watched Raw lately?
Aaron is working us.
Aaron's working us, guys.
Aaron's working us.
All right, let's read it off.
And by the way, I don't think we're going to be seeing Chad Gable anytime soon.
Oh God, his knee is just obliterated, worse than Rollins allegedly is. Yeah, no,
that's saying something.
Definitely not SummerSlam.
I thought it was his shoulder.
I thought it was his shoulder too.
Okay, maybe it was. Okay,
I almost just looked it up because I was like, wait a minute, am I that out of touch? I thought you posted a picture with the shoulder and a post-surgery, so I was like, wait a minute, was it his leg?
Okay.
Am I just
sorry? Okay,
anyway.
sorry, but I was confusing his injury with Rollins' injury and Charlotte's injury before she came back. Sorry, everybody's got a bad knee. I just assumed.
But seriously, though, I think my opinion on El Grande Americano is I think this gimmick should last forever.
Yes.
They should have different people play the character and just keep it going and pretend it's like the same person as a running joke for all eternity, like for the rest of WWE history. El Grande Americano could be the longest tenured wrestler in the history of WWE.
They'll have more identity crisis than Suicide from TNA.
No,
they could have done that with Sin Cara, but they gave somebody else the mask who had a massive, unmistakable tattoo. And I really hope that they don't put anybody who has tattoos in that outfit, because then you lose the ability to do it once they leave. So that's all I'm gonna say about that.
No, they've had potential before. They really could have gone a lot further with it with the Blazer. Had not what happened to Owen happened to Owen. So and God, the Midnight Rider back in the day with Dusty. There's so many good mask gimmicks that they could just run with this forever, and we'd all be in on it. And the WWE talent on screen would look, a little ha-ha aside. It'd be great. It'd be fun television.
All right, we still got Tito and Virtue.
The chat room is just man, they are going off, man. Wow.
Don't forget to like this video while you're watching live or on demand, guys. It really goes a long way to help Aaron get in the algorithm. So we appreciate that.
All right, big shout out to Oofman.
Oh wow,
met up with over the weekend. Great guy, love him. Him and Virtue share some personal similarities, if you catch my drift.
Mm-hmm.
Oofman said, talking about the SummerSlam's bad attendance so far, went to WWE night at Citi Field last night, and they gave out 4 tickets to the SummerSlam. Who gets the reference to SummerSlam? Jeff?
I got you. Summerfest, you mean?
Summerfest, but who says the SummerSlam?
Oh, yeah. In the SummerSlam, which is not in Calgary, but we say it like that because of Brett. Anyway.
Bill Goldberg.
Here in the WCW, who are you to disparage the great name of Bret Hart talking about the SummerSlam, Aaron?
Who are you to doubt El Dandy? So, yeah, 4 tickets to SummerSlam.
Oh,
never seen them give out 4, maybe 2.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, even in today's WWE market, 4 at one point in the giveaways seems high.
I feel like they've been giving families tickets and then promoting them during the show, though, lately, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it's been at a premium live event, but there's usually a family or such. They're getting tickets. Again, I don't know if they're getting money for doing that or what the situation is, but if they just want heads there for free, they could lower their ticket prices. So I'm really interested to see what they're working towards. We knew that coming off of WrestleMania was going to be a bad financial period. Not bad financial, but like it's going to be lower than the period leading into WrestleMania. So maybe they're trying to bolster some things or other.
Aaron and I have said for years that the best way to get the WWE hierarchy to pay attention to the fans' dissatisfaction is the fans actually showing dissatisfaction. Use the remote to change the channel. Put your wallets back in your pocket. Stop spending the money on the tickets, on the merchandise, and things like that. That's the way to get their attention. And reply to the chat room, Eddie, no. Virtue and Tito one-on-one in the review. It'll make every computer watching explode. Like, no.
It'll go on forever.
That'll be the longest episode of the NoDQ review, not the one we did when I was at the casino with the.
So episode 500.
There you go.
I like that you mentioned that, Jeff, though, because you do vote with your dollar. You do speak with your dollar. If you're spending money on something, you're telling the people who make that or produce that you want more, or at least like what they're doing. So that's a great point. I'm glad you brought that up.
Well, I mean, the best example for me is I'm a unapologetic Star Trek fan. The entire cast of the Next Generation, when their last movie as a team came out, they all warned the Trekkers. If you don't go out and see this, there's not going to be another one. And Nemesis did the box office it did, and they never made another one. I was at the convention the following year, and I think it was Marina Sirtis came out and told you there's not going to be another one. And there wasn't until they brought back the television version of that cast together. But yes, you speak with your dollar, and you speak volumes when you stop investing in the product. And that hasn't really happened for WWE on a long-term scale. Yes, it happened in the mid-90s, which is why WWE was able to take advantage and run with it. But other than that, Eric Bischoff will forever be the only guy that can sit back and say, "Yep, I beat them at their own game," and that I don't think that will ever happen again.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jeff, and thank you for the super chat. It looks like we've got one more. Yeah, Uthman, great job with the super chat. We really appreciate that.
Yes,
it looks like we
thank you.
got one more.
Yes, Psycho Jet Black sent in $5. Thank you, Psycho. Says, here's a crazy idea. Why not have somebody from NXT screw over a main event star during their match at SummerSlam, instantly launching them to the main event? Well, who would this be, first of all? Like, if this was going to happen, who would you go with?
He appears.
Well, okay. Well, but here's the thing, Mikey. Joe Hendry's
like
not
Trick.
a NXT talent.
Yes,
Yeah,
he's
it has to be like
TNA.
Trick Williams, Ethan Page, something like that. But didn't Kevin Owens do that when he came
did.
up, like interfered in the Cena stuff, and then got and look at him now. The rest is history. Yes, Colin.
So did Ricky Saints pick up the title again in NXT? No.
Not yet.
No.
All right. So here we go. Here it is. You bring in Ricky Saints at SummerSlam, turn him heel. When you turn Cody Rhodes heel in a street fight, he helps screw over Cena.
Boom. Yep.
Because you had the connection already with Ricky Saints and Cody Rhodes.
Yep.
That's the only person I could see come in right now. Pre-Seth getting hurt, maybe an Ethan Page added to his group.
No, I agree.
Besides that, maybe Obafemi, but the dude is too green still. He's not there yet.
Gunther will powerbomb him back into Evolve.
Yep.
Ricky Saints is a perfect choice, Colin. He is so treading water as a babyface trying to get his win back against Ethan Page. Now, screw that shit. Bring him up and have him cost Cena. That's brilliant booking, Cleaver. Golly.
Love it.
Yes, Aaron.
All right. Anybody else want to add to that? Because I do have a breaking news announcement here.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Breaking news with Aaron Rift.
Anybody want to add to what we were just talking about?
No, go ahead.
All right, so the breaking news is Roman Reigns just posted a video on his X account, and he has officially challenged Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed to SummerSlam.
There you go. See that coming.
One in a
There it
handicap?
is.
Yeah,
In a handicap match or for a tag match with Jey?
He's just challenging the both of them. So that means Jay's going to be his part.
It's going to be a tag match, player.
Wow.
Yeah, I just didn't know if he had put that in the tweet. Okay, well, one day after they just went live on Netflix across the world, might as well post it to only Roman Reigns followers. Okay, cool. So I guess we'll have to see how that goes.
Hey,
thank you for that.
You know what though?
How often do we get breaking news on the review?
I was going to say, at least we got it on the air this time, Aaron. It never happens.
He literally caught it. So there you go.
Yeah. There we go.
All right, we got a couple more super chats we'll get to here. Ian sent in $2. Shout out to Ian. Says, no DQ review, Tito versus Virtue. Loser leaves the panel. How do we determine who wins or loses that?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not objective. It's subjective.
It's very subjective. Otherwise, no.
I mean,
unless it was a one-to-one head-to-head debate, it would just be whoever runs out of things to say, I guess. But I don't feel like that would ever happen. So
no one wins in a debate. No one wins in a debate.
You just get more entrenched in what you started with instead of trying to understand the side. That's what winning and losing does in an argument.
Look, I have a personal YouTube account. If Virtue and Tito want to have a debate, I will moderate it. We could talk about anything they want. If they want to do politics.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord, Aaron, you're opening
my personal
Pandora's
channel.
box.
It's not going to be a wrestling channel.
No, God no.
If they
apparently I'm supposed to go up against Virtue as well. I don't know why. What did I do to piss off Virtue? I got nothing against him.
Well, he says you're a shadow.
I'm a shadow? Shadow of who?
The way your video is recording, it makes your face look redacted, like you're doing one of those like police documentaries or something like that.
Okay. I have a lighting issue right now. Okay,
you're fine, man.
Oh my God.
All right.
Okay, we'll make it a triple threat. Put me in.
No. Oh God.
Put him in, coach.
No.
See,
Let's get back
Virtue won't do it.
thrills.
He has to be. He says somebody needs to pay him. So Virtue's a lot of talk, but he wants to be paid. He's not going to do it for free.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Like the Joker said, though, if you're good at something, never do it for free.
That's right.
So-
That's right.
Yep.
All right. So we only got one more.
Yeah. Say his name and he'll appear. Shanti has appeared. Ron Killings or R-Truth has 0 matches on a PLE.
I'm gonna
Yep.
look
And
that
has
up.
had 0 matches for a while since his last match was on Saturday night's main event, which is not a
Stat
PLE.
boy.
So.
Stat boy,
I'm
confirm
on it.
that for us.
I'm on it.
Oh, yeah. So in the Roman Reigns video, he did mention Jey Uso. So yeah,
Okay.
they're doing a tag match, which we expected. So yeah. Did they?
Wait a second. R-Truth main evented Capital Punishment with Cena.
Yeah, I wasn't
Yeah,
sure
there
if
you
you
go.
meant like
Challenge
Ron
him for the
Killings.
championship.
Okay. If he's saying PLE as far as in the era that we're calling them premium live events, then he may be correct.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But by the way, speaking of R-Truth, is it just me or does his presence feel very underwhelming?
It does now.
Well, he's supposed to be gone. They only brought him back again because the crowd wanted him, and then they got a few more T-shirts, changed his name back and forth in under a week, and now he's back to where he was going to be, right?
Like, I don't know. I guess WWE won here because they brought back R-Truth as Ron Killings, and like it feels nobody cares. It's already yesterday's news.
He was at WrestleMania 26. He had a tag team match with Morrison.
Oh, that's right. They won the tag titles. Him and Miz a couple years ago.
Yeah, so
On a
he's had
PLE.
matches.
At Mania. So yeah, no, Shanti is not correct on his.
Unless they're talking about like this upcoming PLE or since they brought him back or something like that, because wasn't that Money in the Bank, wasn't doing this. And plus, his own storyline is getting thrown out now anyway. He's like involved with Aleister Black for like 5 seconds, was kind of looking cool. And now it's Aleister Black and Damian Priest. And where's R-Truth? Oh, he's either injured or they probably just released him and, they're just not going to talk about it. So,
yeah, if he means that he's not booked, even though he's back, then yeah, that's very true. But to be fair, he only used $2 to work with to the super chat, so he couldn't be more specific.
fair enough.
Character limit.
All right. We have one more and then we'll do our roundabout and get on out of here.
Oh, so here's something we haven't talked about. So WWE broke up the Austin Theory and Grayson Waller tag team, and why did WWE waste time with the breakup ending off screen? And he gets that he was a Vince McMahon guy, but come on, yeah, I'm not sure what the hell is up with Austin Theory.
It's so weird.
It's down on him, but yeah, this was very disappointing. Regardless of how you slice it, I mean, if Austin Theory is hurt, I mean, it doesn't really matter because they should have pulled the trigger on this split 6 months ago or a year ago when there's actually interest in it. Yeah. So yeah, the whole thing was just a huge letdown. And Austin Theory's run in WWE has gone very flat. Like, I don't know if Triple H has something against him or what, but yeah, Austin Theory's career just went down the shitter when Vince left. I don't know if Austin Theory was the guy. Like, he's a good wrestler, solid promo, but I don't know. I just didn't see him above the mid card, but that's just me personally. Yeah. Maybe he didn't get the right opportunity. I don't know.
I don't think he's ever going to be
definitely about the opportunity because he's a natural baby face. He just is. Like,
no.
And he's got the look, no wonder why Vince liked him. No tattoos, all the attributes, young. He's very much in the Cena mold, which I see where they were going with that, but I'm holding out hope. Because not only did they announce that he was hurt, which remains to be seen, whatever, but Grayson Waller was actively insulting him, right? So when Austin Theory comes back, I think he has the opportunity to be a big babyface or at least a upper mid-card babyface feuding with Grayson and then maybe doing what he should have done in the past. I mean, it's not his fault that they chose for him to cash in his Money in the Bank on a mid-card title. You know what I mean? Like, I bet he wouldn't have chose to do that. Like, we were talking about Damian Priest leading into WrestleMania that year. Like, why is he not trying to cash in? He's looking stupid. I mean, nothing's stupider than not taking your shot for the big title, So I do think I follow him on social media. He posts a lot of inspirational stuff. You want to root for the guy. it just feels odd that, if he has to actually be hurt. You can't do two storylines with two people fake hurt right after Liv actually got hurt and already threw off all your plans for your PLEs moving forward with that. It just wouldn't make a lot of sense. So maybe he is hurt. They just mentioned the breakup so they could fast forward when he comes back and be a good guy. So what do we got? One more?
Yeah, we do have one more. Oh, Statboy, were you wanting to add something?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. We'll get to the one more. Virtue's funny.
Virtue's having a blast tonight.
he is just loving the fact he doesn't have to be on and he can still be on. It's good stuff.
All right. Shanti sent in a $2 super chat. Says
Eugene's
Austin,
point.
I presume he's talking about Austin Theory and not Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Austin is on TikTok doing motivational
videos. He is.
Steve Austin.
It's noble.
No, it's Theory. Yeah, and that's great, but that's not going to get you over on WWE television anymore.
Yeah, as Gino said, the Money in the Bank really hurt Theory. I feel like there's a pattern here of guys that failed to cash in Money in the Bank end up losing a lot of their momentum. I mean, I think Cena was maybe the one exception. But, you look at Damian Sandow, what happened with him, and then with Austin Theory. We got Cat Butt in the shot. So. All right.
That's
and on
funny.
that note, we are caught up.
So the ratings are as cat ass.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you so much for going on this ride that we're taking you on, brothers and sisters of the NoDQ Galaxy, for episode 3, 4, 5. I want to go around. Where can the people find you, Statboy Mike?
Follow me on Twitter or X at LBStatKid1977, on Instagram at StatBoy13. Preseason football, 3 weeks away. Can't wait for that to start. I'll pop up. I think I am working SummerSlam weekend, so I might try to pop in. Who is that?
The OBG
and the gesture.
Sweet. How about that? Good job for him. So I'm definitely going to be working on the stats for the SummerSlam prediction show next week. So Noah, you'll get those. Other than that, you never know when I'm going to pop up. I'm working on some things. Not ready yet to make a few announcements, but hopefully soon. And hey, wherever there's wrestling, like Mr. Riff says, say yes to NoDQ. But I also have to give love to my internet family, the Casa de 18 Studios, and the Simply Reliable Studios too. Thank you, my internet family. Statboy out.
Well done. Well done. Pleasure to work with you, and it's nice meeting you. Just to remind everybody, Virtue is the moderator next week, so if you want to be on, get with him. Everybody that missed him being on, he will be back next week. Noah, where can the people simply find you?
If they wish to engage with me, why I'm introverted by choice, they could try and find me on the Twitter and on YouTube and in Foster 1916, where, of course, again, I predict, I track leagues, I cover all the wrestling across watch-alongs and Cinema Studios. So follow me if you choose. But other than that, as always, I'm just here to encourage you to gesture your life and enjoy wrestling too. It's truly as simple as that. And we'll see if I'm available to be on next week. Virtue.
Well done. Thank you so much, Noah. All right, Jeff, where can the people find you?
At Disneyland.
Well, yeah, I like yours better, Gene. I was going to say original Big G, but I like yours better. You can find me on Instagram and Twix at _Jeff Meacham, Facebook at Jeff Meacham, and beginning January 4th, my YouTube channel is going to be relaunched at Jeff Meacham. So be looking out for more information on that as I formulate it in my own head. But yeah, if not here and not on the Saturday Shenanigans, you can find me at Disneyland more often than not, doing the cast member thing.
We're happy to have you, Jeff. And I didn't know
you,
if you knew that Virtue was sort of playing his own game in the chat. He was taking a drink every time you adjusted your glasses.
I saw it, which is why I kept doing it. So Virtue, if you're pissed drunk, I'm sorry. It is what it is.
Don't be sorry. It was entertaining if he is.
It was.
Anyway,
it was good.
Colin, the co-moderator, revolving door moderator, what's good? Where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter and find me on YouTube at the Cleaver NoDQ. Make sure to check out the Big Vito brand. Much love to Vito and Noel. NoDQ.com/merch. Buy some stuff. You'll get it in like 6 weeks. And yeah, thanks for having me on. Good topics tonight. Stat Boy Mike, it's been a while.
Yes.
So good to see you. And
Way too long, Brother Cleaver. Way too long.
yeah, so Birch, you're still out there. If you want to pencil me in for next week, go for it.
Same.
You know where to find me.
Oh,
So.
Jeff, you're on next week?
Oh wait, I might be working Tuesday, but if not, yes.
Yeah, Jeff really was taking that pencil me in instead of pen me in seriously because it can be
Whenever
erased,
Jeff says I'm in, it's like a 50% shot. You know, he might be in.
I'm
Might
checking
not.
my schedule while you're
Still
doing your
higher
plugs.
than a
on your
TJS
roll.
You better check it
show
twice.
percentage.
I'm checking it right now.
Ooh,
Being
but
an ass.
accurate.
Check it twice. Better find out who's naughty or nice there, Santa.
Also,
Nobody in this
I
room is going to
hate
be on that
busting
nice list.
Jeff
That's for sure.
balls.
No.
Excuse me?
You actually,
nice
Noah.
one.
Sorry, Noah will be.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
nice
fair.
to Noah.
I got to
Wow,
bust
that's
Jeff's balls
bullshit.
here a little bit. So Jeff has a new graphic, which is graphic number 678.
Correct, sir. Yes.
So now we start the countdown. Everybody in the chat room, how many weeks until Jeff sends a new graphic? Will it be 1 week from now, 2 weeks from now?
I am off next Tuesday, so I will be glad to be penned in, barring emergency situations coming up.
Will we have the same graphic for you? Will you present us?
Yes,
a new
you will have the same graphic for me next week with Mickey the Mouse.
What?
What?
I love how you're pointing at Mickey Mouse as if we won't recognize him or something like that.
I'm just doing that. It's funny. I was doing that point before Triple H was, but now it's assigned to him. So whatever.
Oh man, he took your gimmick, brother. Gimmick infringement is a crime.
Infringement from the. You know what though? Far fewer to be better to be stolen from them in the game. So why not?
Oofman wants to be on, and Virtue, you should let Oof on. You guys have some similarities, as I said earlier. You guys see eye to eye on certain subject matters, so you should bring him on. Psycho Jet Black sent in a $2 super chat. Says, Jeff, are you cooking something illegal?
Because he looks like Heisenberg.
Yes.
He doesn't have the goatee like I do.
No. It's funny that the last time Aaron came out to visit and we did a Disney trip, he purposely wore a Walt shirt with him on it.
That's
I thought that was hysterical. I'm like,
right.
Yep.
One more super chat.
All right, Shanti. Shout out to Shanti who sent in $2. Says OBGYN. What can the YN stand for? And
your neighbor.
Gino, you said your neighbor.
Your neighbor.
Yeah, just like Mr. Rogers. Won't you be my neighbor? OBG, your neighbor.
And
plus,
can be everybody's
he has issues with his neighbor. So it's like it works on multiple levels. It's funny, dang it.
We need an OBG graphic, so we got to get cracking on that.
On it.
Yeah. All right, there you go, Jeff.
Jeff is put to task. He's cooking up something legal.
Next week's show, we'll have the graphic ready.
All right.
Does that count as Jeff breaking his new graphic streak already?
No, it's not for me.
If it's not for Jeff, it doesn't count.
Okay, good.
All right.
Fair enough. All right,
So,
Aaron, where else can the people find you?
Just follow my personal channel because I got some content coming up. I'm actually planning on getting the WWE 2K25 on Switch too, and I will be giving my thoughts on that, maybe doing some streams with that. So subscribe to my personal channel, and hopefully soon we'll be doing another video game night stream with Gino and Tito. I want to get Virtue on so bad. Virtue and Tito on a video game stream.
You need that. That's how the debate trail starts. You get them in a video game against each other on 2K25. There you go. That's how it starts.
If we do Smash, I can give them a common enemy to unite against, and we might bring people together instead of tear people apart. So we'll have to see how that goes.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
All right. Thank you, Aaron, and I look forward to being available. Now, as I drift slowly into darkness, because I didn't want the same thing happening to my face that was happening to Statboy with the light being behind me, and I'm in the little travel area. So before I get completely pitch blacked out, come check me out on YouTube, Papagino0017. Got a bunch of fun things going on, and I will have a new graphic next time you see me. But don't forget to subscribe and like to this channel. Give us like, leave a comment after the fact. Let's help Aaron. Let's share it with somebody you think would like wrestling and this type of video, because this is an awesome community to be a part of. Excuse me. I'm so excited about being here, trying to get it all out before the darkness envelops me like the shadow. And we really appreciate everything from Colin, from Jeff, from Noah, Statboy Mike, and as always, Aaron Rift. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Hold on a second.
What?
Watch. Say yes to NoDQ, and we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Do that.
Have a good night, folks. Push the button.